Hi everyone, today I'm getting into something the analytics community has been waiting years for. Google Analytics 4 annotations are finally here. If you've been using GA4 and thought, great, annotations, now what? You are in the right place. This isn't just another tutorial on how to create annotations. We're going to go deeper to help you build a complete strategy around them. In this video, I'm going to show you why annotations matter and how they're different in GA4. I'm going to give you a complete strategy for implementing them effectively, smart naming conventions and color coding systems, advanced techniques for larger teams, and the common pitfalls to avoid. Plus, I've created a free standard operating procedure template that you can download to standardize your team's approach. So, what exactly are annotations in GA4? Simply put, they're notes that you can add directly to your reports to document important events that might impact your metrics. They appear as these small icons on your time series charts, helping you quickly identify what caused spikes, dips, or other patterns in your data. Without annotations, you can end up wasting time investigating changes that have simple explanations. Annotations bridge the gap between data patterns and the real-world events that cause them. They give you crucial context that helps everyone understand your data better. If you used Universal Analytics before, you might remember it had annotations too, but GA4's implementation has some major improvements. First, you can create date ranges for your annotations. So you can mark events that span multiple days, like campaign periods, seasonal holidays, or website outages. Second, GA4 gives you 6 color options, which is perfect for creating visual categories. Third, annotations are now centrally managed. Everyone can access all annotations from the admin section instead of only seeing annotations in the current time frame. And finally, you can export your annotations to CSV for documentation or analysis outside of GA4. Now let's talk strategy. Before you start creating annotations, you need a plan. Otherwise, you'll end up with a mess of colors and names that create more confusion than clarity. Not everything deserves an annotation. Generally, here's what I recommend annotating: major marketing initiatives like campaign launches and email sends, website changes like redesigns or new features, technical issues like outages or performance problems, external events like conferences or seasonal patterns, analytics configuration changes, and SEO activities like algorithm updates. And don't fall into annotation overload. Skip minor things like grammar fixes, small policy updates, or bugs that really only bothered your developer. If you aren't sure if something will end up being important, annotate it now, and you can always clean it up later during your regular review process. Consistency is crucial for creating useful annotations. We recommend prepending each annotation with a simple descriptor. So for an example, an annotation for your Super Bowl ad would be MKTG Super Bowl 2025. Color coding is also a smart addition to GA4 annotations. Instead of randomly selecting colors, use them consistently. For example, purple for marketing, red for technical issues, green for website updates, cyan for SEO changes, blue for PPC campaigns, and brown for analytics changes and testing. This can create an instant visual categorization system when you view your reports. Now let's get into some more advanced techniques to make the most of your annotations. GA4 lets you create annotations that span multiple days. This is perfect for marketing campaigns where you can mark the full duration of a promotion, or extended issues such as prolonged outages or website bugs, and seasonal periods such as highlighting specific holiday seasons. When you create a date range annotation, you'll see a line extending across the chart rather than a single point marker. For campaigns with a big launch day impact, I recommend creating 2 annotations, one for the launch day itself or whatever the biggest day was, and another range for the full campaign duration. Currently, GA4 has a limit of 1,000 annotations per property for both standard and 360 properties. If you're managing a property with lots of activity, you need to be strategic. I recommend consolidating related events under one annotation. Also, use that description field effectively. You have 150 characters in addition to the annotation title. In the description, you can also add links to detailed documentation like ticket numbers or project documents. And conduct quarterly annotation audits to remove unnecessary annotations or clean up poorly made annotations. For larger organizations, you'll also want to centralize annotation creation. Only editors and administrators can create annotations in GA4. I recommend designating 2 to 3 managers with editor or admin access, create a simple request process using a form or email template, and then make sure to audit your annotations regularly. Larger organizations might need monthly reviews. I have all of this documented in the free standard operating procedure document, which you can download from our post. Remember, annotations are useful for more than just reminders. They also enable better analysis. When you're looking at campaigns, annotations provide clear before, during, after periods. You can compare metrics before and after an annotated event. You can assess how long impacts persist and compare similar events side by side. Unfortunately, there's no easy side-by-side comparison in GA4 yet. What I recommend is opening 2 windows side by side, each set to a different date range. And hopefully annotations make it out to Looker Studio soon, which will make this even easier. I also use annotations to identify patterns, like which content updates drive engagement, which campaigns show immediate impact versus sustained effect, or how do seasonal factors impact results. Remember, if your company is impacted by weather, annotate those major weather events, so you might not remember exactly when that big ice storm happened 3 years from now. Annotations also build institutional memory into your Google Analytics property. New team members can quickly understand historical performance patterns, which preserves key context even when team members leave. This is the perfect time to implement a formal process for creating and managing annotations. To make this easy, we've created a comprehensive SOP template you can download and customize, and you can find that link on our website. That SOP template includes role definitions and responsibilities, step-by-step annotation creation processes, naming convention and color coding guidelines, quality control procedures, and training guidance for new team members. By implementing this SOP, you'll ensure annotations remain consistent and valuable as your team grows and changes. Now, while GA4 annotations are powerful, they do have some limitations. They don't appear in exploration reports or Looker Studio dashboards, at least yet. You can't annotate specific hours, only full days. And annotations won't appear in reports you've already exported, of course, though you can backdate annotations and you can even forward date them. GA4 also displays system-generated annotations in orange with a system icon. These are created by Google to inform you of platform changes that might affect your data. You can't edit, hide, or delete these yet, but they do provide important context for Google side changes. GA4 annotations are more than just a feature. They're a powerful tool for building a data-informed culture in your organization. They help everyone understand the why behind the what of your data. Implementing a standardized approach using our SOP template will help you continue to use annotations well after the newness is worn off. The payoff will be better analysis, faster insights, and more informed decision-making across your organization. And that wraps up our complete guide to GA4 annotations. Remember, the key to success is consistency and having a clear process for your team to follow. Don't forget to download our GA4 annotations SOP template and establish your annotation strategy today. The link is in the description.